for Skylark and Fnatic.
Double.
Exactly. 2 is greater than 1, I've heard.
It's not only the effect, right? It also gives you that attack speed aura and tons of HP regen and lanes.
That's more like it.
It's the aura is pretty good, by the way. Pretty insane.
Smoke movements from Clutch gamers up to the top lane, but
that's just a casual Valerian Crush. Skylark walks in, thought about Inferno Blading, and then Envy waveforms it. Although he's into VT Faded now. He has tangos. He might eat his way through with all the tangos. I think he's fine. Actually, they might kill Aftermoosh. They have waveform back up in 1. He thought about going for it, but it would have been too deep of a dive. I do not blame Envy for not going for that kill. But that's a 3 versus 2 that actually, you know, they use some of the regen for the Morphling, but it's a G ward coming out for Fnatic.
You know, if Morph had more stats, he probably would have died. He morphed all the way down to agility phase and then back up quickly, you know?
Yeah.
The battle begins.
Smart enough not to go for it, went for the waypoint instead. Highlight Eye, Mad fighting Ajit. Universe down here as well. They'll secure Universe Rune. They can get back. It's going to be 2-side, it looks like. Galaxy get 2, Universe is going to get 2 probably. Eventually they should. I mean, they're still fighting in this bottom lane. Ajit's just running up Highlight Eye, who is going to take the wave now. Can they stop him? They have Brain Sap.
Exactly. They can't with Sap, right?
I mean, they can do damage to him, I suppose. I don't think they... Yeah, they've already used the Brain Sap. They can't kill him. They just have to let this go. And as long as Highlight Eye doesn't... You know, one creep is going to just break off in the rest of the pack and say, I'm getting out of here. See you later.
A rogue creep.
He peaced out in Universe. Like, well, that's one creep down that I guess I'm not going to have. Well, that could be worse then for Clutch gamers. They'll have at least 1 creep to work with. And Ajit's doing a pretty good job of making sure it's not under the tower. If the wave gets under the tower, it pushes anyway. And it's really in favor of Fnatic. That's not going to happen, I think.
Yep, so the pulse still helps Universe a bit, but obviously it was not the best thing. And with Ajit kind of messed up, he let the creep whip go under tower, harass him from a priority type. Turn his lane, but Universe should be okay. With the start, you can actually lane up against Dane, usually zones these off. And Mod is the top lane. Tri lane from Fnatic coming out after bottom lane. Start. Ton of damage in the wave on Skylark.
He's pretty tanky. Even without Scorched Earth, he's survivable enough that he should be fine. Envy takes a ton of damage from that Infernal Blade. Did you see that?
He lost like all his health there.
That's not even fair. The max XP has damage, the base burn damage. Jesus Christ, it's level 1 Infernal Blade. I mean, it's fair because it's a Morphling and he shouldn't be at that low of HP anyway. You know, except for the fact that it's a Morphling, but...
What he gets for being such low.
Exactly.
Yeah, so we're just pulling the top wave. Let's talk about this mid Death Prophet. You know, Visage, he kind of lasted okay with the Brave Chill. He can slow the attack speed from deep. He's got no real offensive capabilities, you know.
He is DS behind. Aftermoosh, Thunderstrike, last pick. Yep, that's it. That's first blood. DJ gets it. Thunderstrike gets enough damage at level 1. They have the Instant Riptide, but Pilot Eye's just going to follow Skylark and just try to harass him when he gets the wave under the tower. But, you know, they do get that first blood, but the mid lane matchup, as expected, Abed is like 6 CS behind that of the Death Prophet. And it I guess gets better when he gets level 6, but early on into this game, this is not an easy matchup for Abed, I think.
No, not at all. Visage turns into a whole new hero once he gets 6. Moving in the mid lane, Gold just clicking Abed.
He gave him the Brain Sap. The level 1 Brain Sap actually didn't do that much damage, but he's going to back away anyway. They do have the Pylai Dai Naga rotating in to help out Abed. I'm just going to throw him a salve just to be a bit safer. VT Faded has a level advantage in this lane now, I suppose to be expected considering that it's a Death Prophet versus a Visage. But again, the problem that or rather the good news for Fnatic is as long as they don't lose too much, and as I say that Envy might die, as long as they don't lose too much, they should still be fine. They can always really rely on the late game, and they have plenty of it in this particular match.
So Envy has a lot of CS, but doing fine, right? You morph all the way down to Tango, then you can go right back up, pretty much full healing.
He's back at the plate. He's holding life. He's 2 CS behind that of Jug. Jug is getting free farm. Although Universe with a low, maybe this lane gets easier for Universe with levels. He's gonna have level 1 Curse from Avernus. Aji's giving him the auto attacks though. Universe, when he gets more Photic Shield levels, he can maybe lane against this Jug without any issues. But for now, he's still kind of getting run at by the Jug and having some issues.
Pretty difficult for now, right? When Jug has 2 levels on you. Abaddon's level fight time, and then just leaving bottom lane solo. So that's much gamers.
I think Gamers is correct, but I don't think anybody's gonna fault you for messing it up. Don't worry about it too much. Yeah, I know. But
Clutch Gamers, they're making moves up to the top lane. They want to keep pressuring Big Bull.
They can try to stop him from farming. That's critical. But again, he is top CS in the game right now. He's got full treads. Yol gonna get run at. They've got the Thunderstrike. It looks like they were kind of ready for this. Although Aftermath is here, Infernal Blade was about to come out. They've got the crush up. Envy's still fighting fit. He's gonna use the Mango, go for the wave from. He needs 2 auto attacks. Yol might survive. He has the Tango running. They actually need to get the kill with Riptide. Had they not had the Riptide, that probably doesn't go their way. They're still going to keep going, though. They have another Thunderstrike coming up from DJ. He doesn't have Glimpse, but he does have Kinetic Field, and he gets it off nicely. They want Skylark instead. Envy's going to try to morph back down to Agility. They've got the Ensnare. Not enough regen here for the Doom. He doesn't have Scorched Earth. He went for the max Infernal Blade build, plus he wants to Devour, of course. So they lose 2 heroes. I just crashed from OBS really hard. Do you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. It's just an OBS. Why does this happen? Oh, this only happens in OBS. I swear to God.
Man, what a big mistake going on Envy like that. You know, he's just going to be able to get the morph off. He did get it off, too. And then, there's no way to kill this hero. You know, he's going to survive the initial damage, and he can wave away. All of a sudden, you've blown your load on this morph, and you just kill.
Yeah, that might be a microcosm of the game to come. Not being able to bring down Envy. It's not great. Hopefully, this is the same... Oh, God, this might be not the right stream key. Hold on. And it's not even loading Dota for some reason. I don't know why. Okay, this is a disaster. Pilot Eye is dead. That's not the disaster I'm talking about, though. The disaster is that Dota doesn't want to show up onto OBS.
Don't worry, Lon. You handle that stuff. I'll give you the radio cast. Skylark up, taking a ton of damage. Here come the right clicks. He's dead. How did they do it? These guys are magicians.
I have to close this freaking game.
Well, basically, Abed just got his level 6. Now Yol is dead. Just put him by the birds. So he quite a mistake.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Game, I don't know what happened there. This happens once in a blue moon where my OBS will just randomly crash and like disconnect for some reason. And then when I try to reload it, Dota doesn't open. So I really apologize for that. I am sorry. I know we missed like 2 to 3 minutes of gameplay, but we're back up and ready to go, and it shouldn't happen again. And we really didn't miss much. The Visage is up to level 6. He's almost got his Helm of the Dominator, but they might find this kill into Pilot Die. He's actually died. He's gonna die twice in a row now unless they can get the Aphotic Shield off. And even with it, he's still dead, I think, with the Spirit Scythe.
Pretty large stick.
Are you
Maybe
kidding?
that can save his life.
Wow, I cannot believe that Aphotic Shield didn't break from that Spirit Scythe. It was like a full duration. It was weird.
Basic summary of what's happened with the things we missed. Bottom lane is unlaneable for Universe. He's level 5 to Ajit's level 4. And then top lane is also pretty unlaneable for Skylark, but luckily he's a Doombringer. Dip out the jungle. And then, yeah, Abed finally hit a 6, but now...
So the offlaners are about the same experience right now. Universe getting run down by Aframush. Ajit has Omni Slash. They really want to use it, but unfortunately they don't have any way of slowing him down. Meanwhile, Yol's dead again. His birds are pretty strong. Abed is going to drop one. Ajit is going to get the spin off. He still has Omni Slash. Pilot Die could solve. No, he doesn't have it. Just kidding. Omni Slash comes out. I spoke way too soon. And he dropped the one bird with the stone gate, or excuse me, stone form. Glimpse comes out. That'll take one player away from this engagement for Clutch Gamers. They're still running that out of it. They're still trying to find more. They've got the crush onto DJ in the river. Skylark's still getting trying to push up, but now it's going to be this Slaughter who's the one who's got out of position. Envy rotates in, and he finds himself a free kill essentially. And Pilot, I guess, that Ensnare, I just forced to spin it off. And, you know, this is the issue, is that Envy's, like, he's coming in for these kills. He's finding fights. The mid and the safe laners are doing really well for him.
That was a 5-man rotation. Clutch gamer. Universe just sat bottom lane, pushed it in. Got some sweet alone time and experience. Level 6 now up as well. I mean, that was not a good rotation from Clutch Game at all. They got nothing out of that. Envy even picked up the kill. Now Fnatic can find pressure. They're in a very, very difficult.
My god. Visage Birds, Morphling damage. This tower dies quickly. And it's going to get even better as the game progresses. The Morphling gets more farm.
Up, making a beeline to the bottom lane.
They did scan, yeah, so they know that this is happening. Yol might die again. He has literally brown boots is the only thing they have. They need to stay their Banisher. They've got the Purge. Yol's dead. Ensnare. Watch these Vicious Birds go to work. He can get the Brain Sap off. He can try to now. The Nightmare was already used. But he's dead. There's just nothing you can do in this game, it feels like.
You know, at least Clutch Gamer making the play with them, right? You have Skylark and RG in the top lane, pushing power, taking that. And then mid lane, they're still farming. You know, this is space for, hopefully space for Aftermath to somewhat close to Blink Dagger, but he's mild.
Yeah. If you can get to that Blink Dagger at some point in the future, though, this game gets a bit easier. They need that initiation. Otherwise, they're just going to get run down by Glimpse and a Naga Siren and Snare. This is before the Fnatic supports have level 6. I mean, it's obviously still pretty early into the game, so none of the supports have 6, but maybe that's what they're looking for. Maybe they need a Fiend's Grip or something in order to win these fights with close games.
Gamer making a point for the lift to fortify the range creep. Power damage. Defensive lift.
Oh, the Banisher came in and gave him the Purge. And got him. Well, unfortunately, the Banisher's about to die. The Ensnare does come out onto Aftermove. They've got the Crush under the Abaddon, but Abaddon is level 7 now. He is not afraid of anything. He's level 4 Photic Shield. He's level 2 Curse. And they even have the slow from the Banisher, which secures to kill into Aftermove. This blink is going to take a year and a half to happen. They've also got the Glimpse back onto Faded. The Nightmare actually is going to heal him back up because they've got the Exorcism coming back in, but it doesn't really matter as Envy has stolen the Jug and has actually used his Blade Fury aggressively. Not only that, but he actually used Healing Ward.
Yeah, healing. What a crazy hero to morph into,
Oh my god. That's not even fair. How's that supposed to happen? Like, you just, like... Healing Ward is... Oh god, it's so strong. It's just going to get him into Morphling. It seems pretty good. Envy still had the spin. He used it to clear out a camp. He was spinning as the Morphling. It looked very silly.
Dude. I like how Envy plays. Like, you know, he's a hard one position, you know, carry player, but he gets involved. He comes to all these engagements because Fnatic have such a strong early fighting tower with the Abaddon and, of course, Visage. And he's in all the tower pushes, too. He gets the last hit on the towers, and he keeps up in farm while being useful on the map because he gets all these towers.
Yeah. He's been all over the place, it feels like, from top to bottom to mid. Now the enemy jungle. He's working out his Lincoln Sphere. He's getting there. He has enough for the recipe just about. He's going to need still about 2,000 before he can actually finish up the item. That Lincoln Sphere, he gets that item, and I'm not sure what they can do to kill him. I mean, they need the Doom. But by the time this Doom is actually going to be used, he might already have the Lincoln Sphere.
Very surprising. Ajit not going for the Battle Fury. He has the Yasha, maybe Yasha, but not working on that.
He's going a different direction, at least for now, the man fight direction. They're going to try to find a kill top lane. DJ's the one that's been caught, and he's dead. He does stay alive a little bit longer than maybe they were anticipating, but with Infernal Blade, Scorched Earth, Slithering Crush, Brain Sap, that's enough damage to secure at least a 6-4 kill. So a little more space created for this Clutch Gamer team.
The Fnatic, though, they're still being very proactive. Highlight Eye placing some extremely deep wards. Open out the area. Alright, yeah, Ajit's going for the Sanj and Yasha, so not going to be going for the Battle Fury. They want to be able to fight.
I suppose that makes sense. I guess they realize if the game goes late enough, they might just lose anyway. Maybe. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. It's always so weird, but like, he's gonna get to a point where he has like 2 items, and if he had a Battle Fury, maybe he'd have like 2.5 items, 2 3/4 of an item. You know, it just accelerates his further timing because this game is them holding on.
Yeah, I think so. They don't have the pushing lineup in order to bring down these towers fast enough. They have Exorcism, and that is what they are relying on, is that Exorcism to take down objectives. And that's it.
Well, it's great. You know, it's like 1 tower. You know, exorcism for one tower. There's a lot of towers on that.
Exactly. Yoel's gonna get run down. He does no Nightmare. He has Brain Sap. He actually does use the Nightmare pretty aggressively, but they have familiar drops to get the kill. Not only that, but Universe is able to do enough auto attack damage to secure it. They have a couple of heroes rotating up, trying to find Envy. But Envy is stolen. Uh-oh. That's, you know, maybe they can finally get this kill. He's into the Morphling, so he is, or excuse me, into the Slaughter. They actually can't do anything. They have a Fnatic shield. He's fine. He doesn't take any damage. My God.
You know, it's weird because you might find a soul stone DC. Yep, on these stones. When you're holding out against, you know, Fnatic, they don't have to wait for cooldowns to push. They've got the Visage Birds and Helm of the Dominator. They're good to go. They can keep fighting. They can take all these engagements if they want. While Clutch Gamers, they're really strong Hexers, and it does take these objectives very quickly, especially with the amp if they want to work on Roshan. Then they have a downtime, right? And in that downtime, they're gonna need to split foot, and they're gonna need to dodge and beat. And usually, you can like keep on farming with super farming. But at this point, what are they stalling for? You know, Jug doesn't have a battle for it. It is a big problem.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the Blink on Slaughter is going to be the go time for them, potentially. I'm not sure what else they could do. They do have a grip available if they want to go and DJ with it, but Fnatic or Roche, they could easily walk out of it and get a couple of kills, and if they're going to do that. Yoel's going to get Clemson. He's like, I've seen this movie before. They don't get the secondary kill, which was after Moose TPing back to base, but this will lead into a Roshan. Now with Solar Crest up for the Visage, this thing will fall pretty good.
The Universe doesn't go for that second Helm of the Dominator. That Ron so stacking up the order.
It makes sense. You don't need the second Helm, as good as it would be to have the drum instead. Get some extra attack speed. He's going to be building it a Radiance next, which is going to take a ways to go for Universe, but I don't know. It feels like they have kind of the advantage to get him farmed. They can kind of take over the map with Morphling, who's now very close to his Lincoln Sphere. Once he has that, I don't think there's any way they can kill him. They couldn't even kill him with a Doom last time around. I'm not sure how they do it now.
Yep. Fnatic are in no rush at all. DJ even has the Hand of Midas recipe. Backpacks don't work from that. They know that they can play this super. And they've already made enough space on the map where they're not feeling pressured at all. They can farm so many places. They can just afford the accumulation weapons. And he still doesn't have the Lincolns quite yet. Maybe they can try to catch him. It's just so difficult with Doom. He doesn't have the ability.
I mean, he's not going to get one either. He's building into a Crimson Guard, which is fine, given that you're against the Visage. That's like a good Visage counter, quote unquote. But not having that mobility, they need to really rely on the Slaughter now that his Blink is done. He has this item. It is time for this Clutch Gamers team to think about fighting. They have to fight into the Aegis. They lose their tier 1 tower top lane. So we'll see.
The Curse of the Avernus buff, the birds hit 5 times.
I'm sure that's not fair. This hero is already pretty good.
They're not stopping. They never have.
They just melt this tier 2 tower, and it's like not even that hard of a committal for it.
Just behind them.
Here we go. The Crush. They've got the Doom onto the Abat. He doesn't borrow time to work with the song. Oh, they're just gone. And that's Exorcism for nothing. Highlight Eye with a heads-up play. That's really bad. That's Doom and Exorcism.
Yep. And in the meantime, Envy's just farming. You know, it's so non-committal, right? Nagasarn just has to sit in the background. They're not blowing any long cooldowns, of course, outside of the song. But when you use Exorcism and Doom and song counters it, you're pretty screwed here, man. Not a whole lot you can do with that.
Yeah.
This Nagasarn hero, it changes the way the game's played. Right? You have to be able to approach these fights so different.
It's just ridiculous. I see why she's first picked all the time. You have to play a completely different style when those the song is up, and she's already strong without Song of the Siren, right? Like Riptide and Ensnare are both insane abilities. You have the potential to farm with, you know, mirror images, and then you have the song on top of it, and you're just like, what am I supposed to do here? How do I fight into this?
No ultimate's playing it's go time. He has TD.
Yep, this thing is going to get melted. After Moose gets off the Crush, but even if they go into Envy, he still has Lincoln plus Aegis. He's going to morph his strength back up and try to man-fight. Almost gets the kill on Yoel. Skylar's dead. This game is looking pretty rough and maybe even over. They have no buyback on the Doom. They have too much farm for Fnatic. this Visage hero, he hits these timings and he just destroys. You think Fnatic, they have the late game? They don't need the late game. All they need is one kill. You know, the ultimate's down on Clutch Gamer's side, and they can take a full set of racks. The good news for Clutch Gamers, if you want to call it good news, is that they still have tier 2s in the mid lane, which actually keeps them in the game for a little while longer, but that's really bad.
One last game. Yeah.
What do you deny?
They take that without a confrontation at all, right? You don't have Exorcism available, no Doom, and even if you do have those abilities, Song of the Sirens up, how do you start this fight without Fnatic just running away? Right? There's no real jump, there's no way to catch this Song of the Siren off. As long as Fnatic are grouped up properly, there's no actual way to take it. Huge problem.
It feels like even though Abed had a kind of a rough time early, but like from start to finish, they've been owning. From the draft right into this moment, they have been crushing without it not getting the best farm. They played to their strengths of their draft, and that's the thing that really Clutch Gamers didn't do. They needed this blink so badly on the slaughter, and when they finally got it, they take an engagement where they get songed out immediately, and nothing actually happens. Like, with that blink reveal, you need to get so much done, especially if you use all those abilities for it. And they didn't get anything. And they have no Jug with the Battlefield. Like, the Jug has SMY Diffusal. He does a lot of damage, don't get me wrong, but...
He is very farmed as well, but even with this sort of a fighting item, though, right, they still can't fight with that build.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe they find a kill onto Pylite here. He has Song. I don't think he's going to want to use it for himself if he does get caught.
Be the classic 5-man smoke gank for the score.
And they might not even find anything, actually, is the more depressing thought when you think about it, because Fnatic are already backing up. Like, Pylite is with his team mid lane. They're all up here looking in the enemy jungle. I think Fnatic have read this correctly, or at the very least, they're just sitting behind Universe waiting for them to go on him. But they know there's really no threat. They go on to Envy. He doesn't have Aegis anymore, but he still has the Lincoln Sphere, and he's still kind of impossible to kill.
Very, very difficult. At least Clutch Gaming, they get some wards down. Clutch Gamers, right? So if Envy farms these jungle camps, maybe they can go gank. You know, they're relatively close, but of course, the reward, it's scout. Not gonna happen.
The Universe just walks up high ground. He doesn't care. He'll get nightmared, but DJ's going to look for a Static Storm or a Glimpse combination. The song, oh my god, this is going to be a 2-man Static Storm right here.
You've seen this before.
Fuels kind of keeps him alive. Not really. Keeps him alive for 2 seconds longer, I guess.
That's right. Exactly what it did. I mean, we talked about this in the draft, right? There's no answer to the song Static Storm. Next build, they have nothing against it.
I feel like we go through these moments, especially with Fnatic, where we see like these borderline broken heroes like Terrorblade or Naga or Visage, and then like my first reaction is to say they should ban this hero. And in the draft, sometimes it does happen, sometimes it doesn't. Maybe I'm overreacting this game, but it feels like the Naga Siren is just so ridiculous to deal with, and that it's just better to ban it.
It's shut down everything Clutch Gamers have tried to do this game, right? Like, Visage and Abaddon are casually pushing the top lane. They're both, you know, tank tiers specifically, so it's not like they're gonna get burst. And when Naga Siren sits behind like that, it just creates so much pressure, so much space. That's definitely how you play the game. You know, you want to split push, threaten the towers with Naga, just sitting there camping them to protect them, and in the meanwhile, Envy's farming the side of the... If Envy's got to be...
Yeah, this is like the perfect Envy Morphling game for him. He loves when he gets all the space. He could essentially just sit back, kill heroes, farm creeps. He's good to go. They might want to wait for the next Roche before they get truly aggressive.
Yep.
I wouldn't be surprised because they're so close, so we've kind of waited out that timing anyway. But maybe they find a pickoff with the Clutch Gamers team outside of the base. But I don't think that's going to be the case. By the way, DJ is like... He's got a Midas. He's getting kind of close to this Aghanim Scepter. I don't think he's going to get it before the game ends, but should the game go that long where they need it, you know, DJ will have the item to work with.
Not dreams. He's scaling into the game quite well. If something does go wrong. But yeah, Roshan is definitely the next objective. Cleanly secure the game. Rosemont.
They broke the Lincolns, but Envy is 2.3k HP when he does attribute shift to the strength. He's going to head back down the other direction. Roche respawn 2.5 minutes, so that's the good news for Clutch Gamers. They cannot finish the game just yet for Fnatic. But I wouldn't be surprised if they try to go for this last tier 2 tower, or maybe they get the kill on the Doom move way out of the base. They get off a good crush on the Afro move, which actually does a lot, but Skylark is still in trouble. The Crimson Guard, he still melts. It's not even fair. Abed still does a million damage on the hero. Afro move is going to get waveformed around. He's dead. Now this Death Prophet is going to get Yule's up. He's probably going to get Infernal Blade and kills because Envy is just swapping back and forth between himself and the Doom. They have to force the buyback onto the DP. But by the time she gets up to the fight, it's not going to matter. The Rax is going to be probably dead. Watch how fast this thing falls when they actually commit to it. Dead. Building. Dead. It's dead right now.
Drums, First Avernus, Alpha Wolf, they've got all the ores.
Yeah, this is quite the aura lineup, and that's where this is really tries to do, I think. Like having a Drow with actually not have, not needing the garbage hero that is a Drow. You know what I mean?
Right.
VT Faded coming in with the Exorcism. Good format crush from Afro Rouge, but VT Faded's already dead. Ajit's going to try to get off an Omni Slash. He kills DJ. The Omni doesn't really do that much, though. Abed is still fine for now. They have the Doom on the Pile I Die. They've got the grip on Envy. This is actually the best fight they've had so far this game. Envy gets off the stick charges. He has the Blanket Spear up in 2 seconds. The waveform comes out. They have the Apodic Shield, and now Skylark is going to get dropped potentially. They will spin on top of another hero. That's going to be the Visage. He actually buys back. The birds are there. He's going to grab a kill. That'll be onto Skylark dead for 33 seconds. And even with the best engagement that they had there, I mean, that was the best fight of the game for Clutch Gamers. It doesn't matter. They're too far behind. Envy is still impossible to kill. I mean, he got low there, but not low enough for them to take him down.
Yeah, but it's crazy. Like, what do you think? Let's have games on. Yeah, we got buybacks, but Song of the Siren. All right, it's time to reset.
Did you see MVC? Did you see the Morphix TP animation?
Yeah,
He did like a freestyle. He did like a front crawl. God damn it! He looked like he was falling. Actually, is what it looks like. Oh, help me! I'm TPing back home. What's happening? I get really excited about this stuff, Bragg, so I don't know if you know this.
No, I do too. It's nice to see. Keep the grip. I like to see.
The grip is great. That animation's just silly. Oh. The ensnare does come out. Faded's gonna get run up by Universe, who is a tanky badass. The Static Storm will come through the Yule Scepter to keep Faded alive. Ajit's trying to do anything to DJ. DJ's like, you kill me, whatever. I've already used my Static Storm. Not a big deal. They will finally bring down the Death Prophet. Skylark is here, but no Doom follow-up. Good Sensor Conqueror stomp that he stole, but of course it's not going to do enough. ZZZ says DJ. Did he die? Did Ajit focus on the entire fight? And DJ's just upset about it? DJ. I don't see him all chat that often. It's one of the few times, one of the rare instances, I think. Highlight, I'm dead. Abramus might no, he won't live. Gold Stumps is a pretty good ability. Ajit, does he have Spin TP? He does not. He has Blinkin' too. Good Omni.
He can blink out of this.
Oh, he did actually blink out of the Omni. Can he make it away? Yes, they have no disables. They have to watch Ajit head back to base. And the one small victory, they killed DJ and Pile I Die, and they kept the Juggernaut alive, but they're still down 15k.
This is where you GG out, right? You got the main target here. DJ's been assassinated. Just leave out. Send a message.
DJ's going to get enough money to get this Aghanim Scepter, and he's going to have the revenge that he's always wanted. Like, they're going to get Roche. The gold's going to come in. He actually is just farming it up himself.
The ores, though. Focus the power down. First Avernus, you get 40 attack speed from that. Come with the Dominator, 25 from that. When the drums are activated, you get 35 from that as well, too. Higher speed. Crazy.
It's just really good itemization for Fnatic, and on top of the fact that they already have a really good draft for this type of lineup, like, they pretty much did everything they needed to do to win this game, right? I mean, they had a Pile I Die play in the exact position he needed to in order to stop them. There was that one potential time, maybe 10 minutes ago where they got that Blink Dagger 15 minutes ago for this Slardar, and they just did not do anything with it. And that timing window came and went rather quickly. And now this is going to be Mega Creeps. Envy is going to take some damage. They're going to pop the Ghosts. Exorcism is ready. Skylark's looking for a Doom, but now they're just going to back up. Oh, they've got the Ogre Frost Mage. Perfect. You might as well just GG out now. You see this Ogre Frost Mage, it's time to leave. This guy's scary. Look at him. Yeah, even DJ knows. DJ knows how frightening this guy is. Ah!
This man almost falls over casting the Ice Storm every time.
I don't know why he needs such a ridiculous animation, but it's amazing. Whoever put the Ogre Frost Mage in the game of Dota 2, you have my undying gratitude. Because it's probably the best thing. It's like that and the Tiny Lap are like the two best things in the game right now. Forget about the lore. That's more important. Anyway, it's a 20k lead. I don't know. There's 28 minutes into the game. You need just like a 5-man crush, and then the thing is they don't have X system, so I don't know how they even do anything here. Envy's like, I've got the Doom, I'm going to give you the Scepter Conquer Stomp. He does. They've got the Visage Verge melting the Death Prophet. The Crimson Guard does nothing. Like, it's supposed to be a counter to this hero. It does literally nothing. And they've caught somebody else in the back line. It's the Jug. Static Storm, oh my god, he got out of it. He actually got out of it. DJ's Revenge is not going to be there. It's not happening. And Ozzy's going to get away. They're going to find Skylark because that's not what DJ wanted. He literally spent the entire game building to this Aghanim Scepter for it to be used on one hero and then for that hero to blink out of it. But GG's called, so I guess it's not that easy.
Well played, Fnatic. I mean, they look super good. This is probably one of the cleanest games I've seen in a while. Like the one play touch game.